What do you do when the trust with someone you're working with is broken? I have countless friends, colleagues, and clients who've struggled with finding the answer to this question. It feels like it happens all the time. So today, I'm going to talk about how to move from lost trust to acceptance by realizing we have more options than we think we do. Hey everyone, I'm Laverne McKinnon, and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor blogcast. I'm a certified career coach and grief recovery specialist. I help ambitious, driven people feel confident, empowered, and excited after experiencing a career setback. Whether it's from feeling stuck in a tough period or frustration from slow progress, I offer up tools and resources to revamp your path to career success. Okay, let's dive into the tricky, sticky topic of navigating broken trust. I'm in a relationship with someone who is unreliable, and I don't like it. We're working together on a high-stakes project, and I've lost trust. It's not the first time this has happened to me, and I'm frustrated with my inability to navigate the situation. Here's the thing. Michael is the best in his industry and is highly sought after. His client list is overflowing due to his charisma, impeccable training, credentials, and track record. I'm lucky to be one of his clients because he is so high in demand. Michael also makes me nuts. He says he's going to send me a document by Friday, his deadline, not mine, and then the document doesn't show up. I follow up, and he sets another deadline of his own making and misses that deadline too. This has happened about 5 or 6 times. It's slightly complicated because Michael is someone I like very much. He's articulate, funny, explains technical information to me in a non-mansplaining way. I mean, how often does that happen? He's a unicorn amongst men, and I would totally have Michael and his wife over for dinner. Michael is also someone who doesn't suffer fools and is a stickler for following industry guidelines. He can get ugly angry when someone violates protocol. I've seen him channel one of those prosecutors in the movies who relentlessly badgers the witness and shines a giant spotlight on every misstep, misdeed, and mistake. I am so relieved that he's on my side. And the project we're working on has a ticking clock, and we're now in a situation where things could go south. My core value of say what I do what I say is being violated. Michael says he's going to do something, and then he doesn't do it. He may have excellent reasons why, but he doesn't share, and I don't ask. As a result, one of my core values is being stepped on, and trust has been broken. I've also lost trust in my ability to get my needs met. I feel helpless, hopeless, and powerless to rectify the situation. I've lost all agency because I'm scared to lose Michael, and I'm scared the project is going to implode. Hard truth, I'm also scared that Michael will find me displeasing if I share my concerns, and as a recovering people pleaser, that's like a knife to my heart. So what are my options? You might be thinking, just talk to the guy about how unreliable he is. And it's honestly on my list of options, along with suffer in silence. He's the best, and I don't want to annoy him and have him fire me. Ask someone else on the team to talk to him on my behalf, but they may not represent me properly. Let him go and work with the second best in his field. But due to the nature of our project, I'm scared to not work with the best. It's been agony trying to figure out what to do, and I've spent multiple therapy sessions on this issue. In sitting with my thoughts and very big feelings over the last several weeks, and honestly, just writing this blog, I've come to realize that I do have another choice. And, A-N-D, and. Michael is the best, and he's unreliable. When we first started working together, I knew he was the best because I spoke to people I trusted that had worked with him. It wasn't until we began working together that I discovered that he's unreliable when it comes to submitting documents on his deadlines. Michael is the best, and he's unreliable. So what becomes possible when I use the word and? Agency. I am not hopeless, helpless, and powerless. There are more choices available than what I originally considered, and I have the ability to make a choice. I may not love the consequences, but that does not rob me of being able to make a choice. So I don't have to continue to work with him. Yes, there are financial consequences, and the risk of the project not going well increases. In sitting with those consequences, I actually find them to not be acceptable. I want the best, and I don't want to lose my investment. While I can certainly have a conversation with Michael or ask someone else to do it, I cannot expect that anything will change. I'm making an assumption here that there's no motivation for Michael to change when he has an overflowing client roster. Plus, he's not a people pleaser like me. What I don't need to do is suffer in silence. By that, I mean the fear I have of annoying him and being fired is a direct result of my own bullshit. I'm a recovering perfectionist and people pleaser. There's no evidence that I have annoyed Michael, nor that he typically fires his clients. So here's the path to acceptance. In embracing and I have new data to make a new choice, and this new choice leads to acceptance. Here's the thing. If I knew at the outset that Michael was unreliable with document delivery, I still would have chosen him. He has the reputation he has because he makes things happen. I'm accepting today that things will happen on his timeline, not mine. It may and will probably cause me some pain because what's important to me will be stepped on. Do what you say what you do. But not everyone shares this value. So the choice that I'm making today, it's not cemented. If I get to a point where the pain is intolerable, I will reevaluate. Here's the thing, I can't change anyone, and I certainly can't change Michael. In reflecting on the situation, I realize now I was simply not facing the hard truth. Michael is the best, and he's unreliable. I wanted the truth to be that Michael is the best and does everything he says he's going to do on the timeline that he offers up. My resistance to the truth was the cause of my suffering. Wow, I feel lighter. So here's the bottom line. There are so many highs and lows when collaborating, and it's not atypical for trust to be broken. Why? Because we have rigid rules of how people are expected to behave. Embracing the hard truth that not everyone shares our values opens up a path to move forward and regain agency. The power lies in accepting the and. Michael is the best and unreliable. It's not about suffering in silence or blindly delegating. It's about acknowledging the discomfort and making choices rooted in reality. So that's it for today. Head over to Moonshot Mentor on Substack.com for journal questions to help you navigate broken trust. I'd love to hear how this blogcast resonated for you and what you'd like to learn more about, so please drop me a comment. You can also visit me at moonshotmentor.com, where you can find links to all of my social and how to work with me. And if you enjoy what you hear, I would so appreciate if you could subscribe to my blogcast, as it would help me achieve my moonshot of 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in.